do a mower tour today. Start with this thing, I guess. There's the new wheels for it there. This is a Craftsman T240. It's a 2019. It has a 22 horse Kohler 7000 series. It's either a 44 or 46 cube. It's like 725 cc. It's got cast iron front axle, and these are 2010x8 turf tires from the back of another mower. It has no transmission because it's getting a Peerless 820. This is a 5-speed 820 out of a Murray. Oh, that's a 5/8 shaft, but underneath that is a 3/4 shaft, so I might grind a keyway into that and run like a 7-inch pulley instead of a 9. Cat's climbing the tree. Because it was in the Murray, that side's shorter than that one. Kind of strange. But, you know, it's fine. These outer bolt holes will line up. They're 15-inch wide. Those are 15-inch wide with 3-inch apart. These are just 12-inch keyed rims. That one's not great, but, you know, 12-inch, 1-inch bore keyed rims. If you look, I have a bunch of the Oppie parts. They're both 42 cube. I take the nut off this one. This one is one without a head, and I thought it had a sheared flywheel key, but it's in there still. Maybe it is sheared, and the top half is still on there though. Still need to look. Still haven't got this one going. Still need to get the oil. That's all for this one. And this one should be getting this pulley. This is a 4 3/4. And then of course here's the race mower. The race mower has a bunch of belts because I'm working on another one, so put those there. Some of that and that. But if you look, 19.5. Can't see too well down there. Should have brought a flashlight, but oh well. Hold up. Might be able to use the flashlight off of the impact or something. Yeah. That'll work. If you look, it's just a stock carb and everything. Oh, when I push this pedal, it goes full throttle. Not really. It needs to be adjusted again. How that works is just this. That's an old deck cable. These are 28x8s, and it is an MST 206. Unlocked stock. It has a carburetor like this on it. Painted all the rims black on it and everything. New fronts and rears. Some cowlings for those. And a head for the one that didn't have one, because the guy I got it from didn't even have a head for it. He lost it. Somehow he lost the head. I don't even know how he did that, but he did. Here's the other side of this. If you look, 42 E707, the 42 is cubic inch, and it has this fan on the flywheel to cool it because it was getting really hot with the governor bypass. It's just screws in the mesh cover with this plastic piece, which came off an LT1000. The engine came off an LT1000. This plastic fan came off a hydro from an LT1000. This was the original fan cover for that engine, but it got swapped out. Yeah, I have a lot of parts in here. The pulleys I'm running on this thing is a 4 3/4, like that one over there on the front, with a 2 on the back. And bypassing the governor did 48.5. If we look out here, this is the brute. This was the original mud mower. It's kind of torn apart in the middle of a pulley swap. I think I need a new belt and new wheels on the front or something. That one goes flat. But it's just a FNR full neutral reverse shifter. Turn the slide on real quick. It's got this rear rack on it too. Having a rear rack helps a lot. I had a basket zip tied to it. I didn't put that back on. And it has 2211.8 Dirt Devils with pretty deep tread. And the regular stock ones. They had wheelbarrow wheels, but I popped one of them. So, and it needs a new front axle. And I have another one. I have to modify it to bolt it on, but I might get the other one working before I get this one. Anyways, it's got a 21 horse intake without AVS. No AVS or anything. AVS is anti-vibration system, and it's just like a big old counter shaft in there and whatever. And they like to explode and blow your engine up. This one doesn't have that. And the 21s were the biggest. They're a 33 cubic inch single. And because it's an Intech, it is full pressure loop. So it's a really good lightweight off-road engine. Still stock dash throttle and everything, but I do have a string for yanking the governor. And that mower's the one all those belts were out for. Out here, I have a lot of parts out here. This mower here, it's gone at this point. It doesn't have the steering wheel on it, but that's the front axle I want to put on the Brute. And this one's even broken a little bit, but you know what? It's better than what's on it. There's a steering wheel and the deck. It's a good deck. Probably keep that. This was just for parts. I traded the engine off of it, the front wheels and tires off of it. Only one of them held air. The other one held air, but only for like a week. Some other parts, like a throttle and the seat from this, for those two engines. And that's the AVS sticker, if you're wondering. That came off an old mower I had. It was a Guard Machines MTD. Yeah, piece of junk. Ended up scrapping the engine out, but I kept that, so that's good. I'm gonna use that as a skid plate on the big and pretty much now is what it's called. And then this mess in here, it's my part shed. 20-inch turf. I was wanting to see if that would fit on the front of the Brute. Doesn't look like it will. Look, here's all these wheels. See in the dark, flat, holds air. Bunch of stuff, wheels, whatever. That's Philip pulleys you can't see. That's some gears out of an MST. A dead Oppie starter and some air filters. A really bent up shroud. I don't even know how he did that. Muffler guard. Deck stuff all up here. Fuel stuff, cowling there. Intake box there. Random nuts, bolts, washers, whatever. Clips on the floor. Fenders from that one, and they're cracked. This thing has a bent frame, so this thing's junk. You might be able to see it's bent out right there. So that thing's junk, the frame, but I'm gonna keep it because I could cut it up and use the sheet metal for parts. If we look out here, here's the mud pit. Probably can't be driving in it much because I'm kind of quiet and careful. I see some frogs. I don't want to run no frogs over. Shoot, I saw one. I already ran a couple over. Killed them. I don't see it. I know there's at least two that live in here, and I saw one, but I don't see the other. It's nasty water, though. It's disgusting. Dump trailer. This tricycle, it does wheelies, has that wheelie bar. We have a push mower, bagger frame, and this little Tykes car, which will do wheelies too. It's got a wood wing and bicycle wheels. My drift trike, pretty simple. Anyways, and then here again, I have some transmissions. back here. I was planning on taking this apart and doing an internal gear ratio speed up, because on the 800s, 801s, and the 900s, 930s, 920s, whatever, the cases are flat all the way across, apart from where it gets to the bowl gear where it curves over. I think the 800s are all the way flat with that even. But I was going to do an internal gear ratio change. You can take the big gear here and put it here and flip the counter shaft around like that. So this big gear will be dropping the bowl gear. So you'll have, it's like a 3-to-1, and then it'll be a 1-to-3 or something like that. It'll be way faster. I was going to do that, but I was looking at the case and realized how that part is a little taller than that, so the gear wouldn't fit. Hopefully one day I can get my hands on an 800 or 801, because they're stronger than the 900s. 900s like to blow up even mowing the yard. I think the reverse chains like to explode or something, break the cases in half. This is a D-Hub Hydro Tough Torque. Came out of the T240 in the big end. It's just D-Hubs. It's very smooth. Still worked, but I wanted bigger tires and without blowing anything up, so I took this out and got an 820. Still works. Shifter somewhere down there, and all this. I think that's it. It's a shifter. It's really stiff. And this was out of an LT1000, which is why it has no fan on it. Because I took that fan and put it on the race mower's engine. So there's my cat. He's dumb. Anyways, yeah, that fan right there was off of that Hydra. Something else about this 822 is if you look, there's no brakes. The bolts are all snapped off in there, so the brakes don't work. If I could, I would install 820 brakes on an MST, because it's a much bigger rotor, like a 3-inch versus like a 2 or something. Oh well. And that's pretty much all my stuff, apart from the zero turn. I'm not gonna look at that though. It's not really mine, so. But that one, the Brute, and that parts one out back, those are all mine. So I have 4. Race mower, Big Red, needs a new belt. The belt is bad on it. It burnt, keeps falling off. I need to make some belt guards and whatever. Need to finish the pulley swap. I measured the pulleys, the original pulley. If we look at it here, that's about a 3 1/4. The new one is a 4 1/4. Not too much faster, but enough faster to, maybe like 10 miles an hour compared to 6. It goes like 6 with these on it. Yeah, lots of stuff here. I know of a mower with an 801 or something in it, sitting in some guy's yard, and it's similar to one I found in Marketplace a couple years ago, and it had a 16 horse IC plus opposed twin. The regular opposed twins, if you look at these, they're not good off-road engines because they're not pressure lube, they're just splash lube. Also meaning when you idle them down too low, the top connecting rod won't get oil and blow up. The IC Plus engines were full pressure loop opposed twins, and it had 16 horse. But that one had probably a spicer in it because it was a 6-speed. But it had IC Plus 16. There's some mower sitting in some guy's yard, and my mom knows him, so I might try to get a hold of him and get it. It's a Statesman, an old, like, probably 80s one or something. It's all square body, but it has 12-inch rims, and if it is an 801, that means it's 3/4 axles, but 12-inch rims, meaning I can run the 801 internally sped up with 12-inch rims on this. So, that would only be a 5-speed, but an internally sped up 5-speed with bigger wheels on this thing would definitely go like 65 or 70 miles an hour. I'll show you real quick with some of these gears I have out here. The reason I have so many gears is I had an MST. What was crack? I had an MST in the race mower out there that was blown up when I got it. So it was a 4-speed pretty much. And if you look, I have gears from it. This is the bowl gear from a 206. And that big gear is about the size of this gear. So it'll be about like that gear driving that one, instead of a gear, even smaller than that driving that. So it'll give me an insane gear ratio change. And I think it's the same in the 800s, but you have to use an 800 or 900 series. And I don't think it works on the 820s either. But if I do that, I'd rather it be an 800 or an 801, because the 900s like to explode. And I don't want to be going 60 miles an hour when my transmission lock up and then me flip over and die or something. Anyways. Yeah, these are 23s. Those are 20s. So, my slowest mower is this one, and it has 22s. That one's gonna have like 26s, and it's gonna go probably 15 or 20. Those are my tallest tires, and these are my shortest tires. They're 20s, and it'll do 48. So I'm definitely in need of maybe a bit bigger tires. The base is too awful on that car right there. Anyways, this is our triple fan. There's just one fan here. Came with the house when we got it. This blue one we had, and this other one came with the house when we got it. They're all hooked up to one switch, and just, there we go. And that's on low. It's really, really loud on 3, and it blows a lot of air. Feels good. Look at this view of my cat. And another base car, I swear. That's awful. Look at this thing. He's so sweet, but he's pretty dumb. We back in the truck into the driveway. He'll lay down and start grooming himself behind the rear tire, and we see him in the backup camera and have to get out and throw him into the grass. He's so stupid. Ugh. Ooh. Really sweet though. Anyways, I need to make a tripod so I can, or something, because I want to set up something on the side of the road over there, probably on the hill back that way, so I can have a flyby of that thing going like 40. It'll easily do 40 miles an hour with the foot throttle on it. What the? See how that's bent in? That's the reason it's not going full throttle. It's supposed to be straight like that, not like that. That's why it's not going wide open. I might need to redo my throttle setup. Put a lighter return spring on the carb and another somewhat light spring on the pedal. And maybe use a shorter cable because I have one. He's so sweet. Yeah, if I get that mower with the 800 or 801 in it, I'd probably, if I blow the 21 in this, swap the engine from that. Because if it's an IC Plus opposed twin, it would still be a full pressure lube engine. Or if I blow the engine on this Kohler, put an IC Plus Pose Twin on them. That'd be pretty cool. I think if I do an oil change on that, I'm gonna put a Briggs oil filter on it, even though it's a Kohler, just to make people mad. Plus, we already have it, so may as well. Alright, well, that's like 20 minutes. So I'm probably just gonna go. It's been a bit long. Plus, it's like 8 o'clock. You know, I'm only filming this like 10 minutes after I got home and got all my stuff in the house. So, see if he'll attack me. Yes, he will. I have a bunch of cuts on my arm from him. Just messing with him like that. Anyways, well, that's 21 minutes, so guess that's it. See ya.